together to thank
What
you
you
for
looking
your
for?
goodness. We're so grateful for who you are to us. I love you, Lord.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Oh, your mercy never fails me. And all my days, I've been held
what up?
in your hand.
Ask Pam, Melissa, Kristen, Enzo, Tender Reed, Zach, Lowly, Peaceful, Mom, Robin, Bernice, Denise, so good to see you. Cam, what up? Mark from Jacksonville. Adrian, Lady Beezy, April, Debbie, Morning Mom, Roselia, Ruth, Net, Larissa, Aaron, Happy Juneteenth, Charlene, Michael Field, Miguel Noche, Rochelle, Faith, what's up, Faith? Hadn't seen you. Good to see you. Atlanta, I'm praying for y'all. Are you still living in Atlanta? Jonah, Sarah. Your mom is calling. Diawani, what up, sis? In the house. Yo, good morning, y'all. Clark, Charla, Belmy, Millicent, what up, sis? BB, Cynthia, Cindy, Jen, Brandy, Melinda, Tim, Uncle Tim, what's up? Kia, what's up, girl? How's the baby doing? The baby sleeping? Shay, Matt, Aaron. Yes, he's still in Atlanta. Good, Faith. Ruth, Renee, what's up? Sean, Miss Michelle from VA, what's up? Otis, congratulations, 27 years of marriage today, Otis. Congratulations. Roz, what's up, Roz? Parker, what's up? Caitlin, what's up? Keith, in Rhode Island, what's up, bro? Enjoy that walk. Miss B, it's Friday. We made it. It's Friday once again. And his goodness is still running after us. Come on. Lakeisha, what's up, Lakeisha Green? Not so much last night, huh? Good morning, my sweet mother-in-law. You just calling on LaRosa's phone. I broadcast on her phone. Jamie, Miss Covey, good morning. Brother James, what's up, James? Bro, you're such a source of encouragement these days. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Mrs. Victory, Mindy, Darren Stubbs, yeah, Dada. Come on in here, girl. Shepherd Church here. What's up? What's up, Shepherd? Elma? Cousin Elma? Hey, LaRosa. Cynthia, Christine, Victoria, Amy.
You're so good.
If you know he's good. Good morning, Mal Herman. Come on, y'all know what to do. What time it is? Let's go red. It's Friday. We made it, y'all. Lift him up. Come on, lift him up. Kyla, good morning. Come on, come on, come on. So, Lord, we go red. We declare your glory. We declare your goodness. We declare your faithfulness. God, you are so good. You are so kind. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. So with every breath that I am able, we will sing, we will declare the goodness of you, our Lord, our God, our Savior. This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Well, good morning, my friends. Good morning, y'all. We did it. We are here another week. I got to figure out how many episodes we've done, but we've been in quarantine over 100 days. 100 days. We have been in this space, and in this space, Bobby, love you, bro. Appreciate that note yesterday. We are in this space. So thankful to God for his goodness, for his kindness. He has been so faithful, so faithful. And y'all, we here. And rejoice is a choice. So we gonna say, yo, we will rejoice. I will say this is the day. Evil didn't make this day, the Lord made this day. Evil did not make this day, the Lord made this day. Crisis did not make the day, the Lord makes this day. Come on in his head. I will say this is the day that the Lord has made. That's a lot of cups of coffee. I will rejoice, for he has made me. He has made me glad. Oh. Come on now. He has made me glad. Yo, this is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice. This is Good News Today, morning devotional, where we sit with our coffee, or as my sister Elaine calls it, my coffee Kool-Aid. We sit with the Word of God, and we sit with each other. But we always start with a little theme song, just to remind everybody, everything's gonna be okay. Come on. Everything's gonna be okay. Whoa. Yo. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Not the whoa. Oh. Yo, everything's gonna be okay. See it, say it, say it, say it, see it, say it, write it, speak it. Everything's gonna be okay. Come on, Cam. Cam is hating. He says my dance moves are not okay. Come on, don't be. It's too early to be a hater. LaRosa don't need no help. She don't need nobody joining her team. She don't need nobody joining her team. Yo. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Yo, happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. We're celebrating, if you don't know what Juneteenth, Cam, you all good. What'd you say? Juneteenth. No. If you don't know what Juneteenth is, It's celebrated on June 19th. It is when the word got to Texas. The Emancipation Proclamation happened in January, but it took 2 years for the message to make it down to Texas, where there were the final remnants of slaves. Honestly, they wanted to get another harvest with free labor. Huh? Yeah. They wanted to get another harvest out because they had had free labor all those years. So they, as the Confederates had to come and force the freedom. They had to basically say, yo, these people are free. Whether you like it or not, you got to let them go. That happened on this day where we celebrate the freedom and the word getting to folks. Basically, it was folks that was free but didn't know it yet. So today we celebrate the word getting to people who were free but didn't know it yet. Who didn't know it yet. Right. Yeah. So we celebrate. That's what we do today. So it'll be a great day to educate yourself. It'll be a great day to invest in organizations or ministries that that support justice, restorative justice, that does work in this area. And it's a day to celebrate freedom. It's a day to celebrate freedom and all that God has done despite the efforts of those who oppose the freedom that we desire. Isn't it something? You think the fight to be free is a really big deal, but there are people that will fight to keep you from being free. That's why we got to keep our righteous minds. That's why we got to keep our righteous mind. That's why we got to keep our righteous mind. I got a really cool note from one of our folks here on Good News Today. She saw a crazy post. Oh, yeah. So somebody tagged. Yeah, so Fellowship tagged a little link where you can get the history of Juneteenth, because what I gave you was my perspective. What you say? Okay. And the Facebook one?
It's the same one as Fellowship, but they use one.
Got it. Okay, I just saw that one. She is getting me right today. She's like, no, I did that. He's like, I did too. So somebody put a link on Instagram too, because they got it on. No, I know. I'm not telling you to do it. It's somebody that's in there. Aaron is in there. Aaron, you put it in there. Put a link in there. But anyway, they were saying how everybody on Instagram, I don't know if you see it, but they're like, I love LaRosa. She's just getting you right today. She's just getting you straight with the facts. They were about to post, they were about to respond to somebody posting something crazy. And they said, you know what? But I snatched my righteous mind back. And I didn't do it. So how many of y'all have you been snatching your righteous mind this week? Almost going there, but then pulling it back. Here are Black-owned restaurants you can support in LA. Good, Jen. They're posting Black-owned restaurants you can support today. So what we're doing is LaRosa got us. It's not a surprise to the kids yet, is it? Oh, okay. What'd you say?
I'm gonna get it. No.
Yeah, you can get it. Yeah. We got some shirts made, so we're gonna wear some Juneteenth shirts. We're gonna have a good, fun dinner tonight. I don't know what the menu is. I can honestly say yes. I'm quick to clap back. Shay said she's been snatching her mind. Y'all gotta snatch that mind, yo. You gotta snatch that righteous mind. Julia said I slipped yesterday. So okay. So here's some shirts we have made. So this is the shirt for the ladies. Can y'all see that? Can y'all check that out? Isn't that cool? So in it has, what is this? It's all this kind of some facts. The history on there. In there, y'all see that? So that's cool. Shout out to my cousin Whitney from Mississippi. She got these made for us and got them turned around. And then y'all check this out. This is for little Micah and the guys. So we got this one. This is Micah. Isn't that cute? Yeah, so where can we get this? Oh my God. You know what? We got to figure out. So what I may do is I may do a Good News Today pop-up shop where, because we got the mug, we got some other shirts and stuff. We may just do like a pop-up shop and y'all can just come in and buy products. All right. So our team is going to work with Whitney and see what we can pull together. And Darren, I saw Darren, you're in here. We got some mugs. Darren Stubbs is working on some mugs and a couple of other little things. And I think we're just going to do like a pop-up shop. And what we're going to do is like some of our slogans that we got, snatch your righteous mind and reacting and responding and God is the goal, period, some of that stuff. So we're going to get out some of that stuff and put it in the pop-up shop, and we'll do that. Would y'all do that? Like if I go through the trouble of putting together a pop-up shop, I need y'all to come and buy some stuff. So are y'all down for that? Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a Good News Today journal. A journal so that way when we have our time together, for those of you can have like your Good News Today journal that you use just for Good News Today. Rejoice is a choice. That's another one. That'd be a great shirt and mugs, and like we create a couple of journals for y'all to use. So if we go through that, the playlist that I've been working on, this playlist. So if we go through that, are y'all gonna get it? Are y'all down? Will y'all support it? Okay, cool. Whitney, I don't know if you're in here today, but I'll get Tristan to reach out and we'll get this locked down. Alyssa, I see you in here, so we'll get it going on. So we'll try to get that done before I go on vacation this summer. We'll work on that. Cool. Kingdom over comfort. That'll be a good one, Natalie. Yes, for all the young APU crowd. Cool. All right. Well, I'll get to that. Yo, I got a word. I jumped on it yesterday. Share this post. Invite some people to come and join us. Shay, I'm down like Brandy. His isness is my business. You're right. That's another good one. Rejoice is a choice. Cool. All right. My team's on it. We're going to get on it. Good News Today pop-up shop. We're going to hook it up and make it happen. Black Lives Matter face masks. Please and thank you, Sylvia. Come on now. All right. Yo, we've been sitting in this room. First of all, yesterday was bananas. Yesterday was crazy. And I want y'all to know it because we do this together. It's a very interactive. When I sit down, I don't sit down with some of the stuff in mind. Y'all bring this stuff out of me. It's a community moment. So we invite God into this space, and I think God just speaks to us according to the needs and what's happening in the room. So I really appreciate you guys. Grab the towel before you grab the mic. We just got tons of good sayings that we can just sprinkle through a journal. I'm just getting ideas here. So, but this week has been all about the towel. It's been all about the towel. And yesterday we made a turn. Oh my goodness. Yesterday was so powerful. If you missed yesterday, go back. It's on YouTube. Go watch it. Go watch it. It was really, really powerful. But I didn't finish. There's another space. This idea of flipping the table. This idea of being a leader who flips the table. Comes against injustice. But then the same God, the same leader who then goes and grabs a towel. So our leadership can't just be flipping. Our leadership also has to be washing. Our leadership can't just be flipping. Our leadership also has to be washing. I'm not even going to recap yesterday because if I recap it, I'm scared. I'm gonna get into a stream of consciousness and I'm gonna get in it and I can't get out. So I'm just going to go right on past that because it was so rich. But today I need to talk about the washing, because a leader needs to be able to flip, and a leader also needs to be able to wash. Let's go back in this room. Let's go back in this room. And in this room, you've got the burden and the weight of the crucifixion looming. It's coming. It's on the way. You've got the reality that your time is coming to an end, and you've got the mourning of what will no longer be, because he's human. He's human. See, we see the divinity in Jesus often, but he shows us equally his humanity, and we got to pay attention to it. Because he shows us his humanity in order so that we might see ourselves in Jesus. Which is hard, because we think there's no way we can relate, and he's so holy. But he's saying, yo, I've got humanity here. I've got emotion. So he goes through painstakingly efforts to show us in the text the room and the weight of what he's carrying. He calls out things to give a nod to his humanity. He calls out things to give a nod to his humanity, lest you think he's in there all noble, all pure, all just, and he is all those things, but he's also still very human. And he points out things to acknowledge humanity. Humanity. Albert, what are you talking about? He knew that all these things are in the room. He knows the pain. He knows the sacrifice. But watch this. He also knows the betrayal. And he goes through a clear acknowledgement. He mentions it twice in this passage, in John 13. If you hadn't been with us, we're sitting in John 13. He goes through, he takes extra effort to say twice. He says Satan had already grabbed. It was clear that Satan had already grabbed Judas. So the writer, John, is saying it was already clear. Jesus already knew. Jesus already knew Judas had already been gotten by Satan. And then he says, Peter, if you're clean, you don't have to be washed again because you're already clean. And then he says, well, most of you are. Like, Jesus is showing his humanity just like you and I. If you was in a room and you knew somebody in that room was going to betray you, he's saying, yeah, Judas is in here. And I know Judas is in here. If you're already pure, most of you would be, but Judas ain't. And he's in here. I want to just sit just for a few seconds. How to lead when betrayal is in the room. What do you do? How do you lead when you got a betrayed heart? And Jesus is saying, I'm human, y'all. I see Judas's betrayal. And there's no way the reality of his betrayal doesn't break Jesus's heart. And I'm telling you, there are times on our journey, there are times as we lead our homes, as we lead our families, as we walk in this season, y'all, we need to talk about how do you lead when you got a broken heart? How do you lead when you got a betrayed heart? How do you lead when you're not just dealing with the reality of the crisis, but I'm dealing with the reality of people who have disappointed me, who have let me down, who have betrayed me? People who I thought was down, who they said was down, who they showed up and acted like they was down. But when I needed them the most, the reality was they wasn't down at all. I'm leading through a crisis already. But in the midst of a crisis, you're going to add shady friends, shady relationships, people that I thought had my back. Let me tell you something. One of the most disappointing, devastating things to ever happen to me, I don't know about you, but humanity, is for somebody that I thought had me, then to find out that they didn't have me. So now I feel exposed. I feel dumb. I feel used. I'm embarrassed. I feel like I missed. And now I'm running back through everything. What did I say to them? What did I say? I've exposed myself to them. I've opened myself up, and they ain't down. They ain't got my back. And they choose to expose their lack of loyalty at the moment of my greatest vulnerability. Come on in here, somebody. Let's talk about, if we're going to talk about leadership, there's nowhere in the world we going to have a holistic conversation about leadership and not talk about betrayal. Not talk about the folks that was all up in your face. I'm with you. I got you. I'm here for you. Whatever you need. You know I am. You know this. I got that. All of that. But come on. The real devastation and the real sadness is not that they said it, but it's that we believed it. And to be honest, we start indicting ourselves for believing what they said. If you're not careful, it almost teaches you not to trust. If you're not careful, it makes you wonder if everybody's like that. It makes you wonder, is anybody loyal? Is anybody down? Is anybody willing to stick with you through it? It makes you start looking around. You start questioning relationships. And if you're not careful, you begin to filter everything. You begin to filter all your relationships through your deepest wounds and hurts. And you start looking through wounded glasses instead of seeing through your righteous, redemptive mind. Come on, can we just have a conversation? Can we just keep it real? Can we just talk in here? Because how am I going to be a strong leader, and how am I going to execute and stay strong if I can't trust nobody? Albert, you say community and talk and share and that kind of stuff. But how you gonna talk and how you gonna share if you don't trust nobody to tell the truth to? And Jesus is saying, I'm not about to go on this cross and die and go back to heaven without showing you I had it too. I had fake friends too. I had betrayal in my leadership. I had folks that wasn't loyal around me. And he did that. He did that so we'll know. Jesus, this wasn't beyond. In every way that we're tempted, he experienced the same thing. So we go through this devastation, but then watch this. We allow the devastation that they brought to now devastate us, and now we begin to perpetuate that devastation in other relationships. We begin to treat all our friends by the results of our worst friend, who turned out to never be a friend at all, or a husband, or uncle, or sister, or cousin. So now betrayal opens up all you, and you feel vulnerable, you feel exposed. And the question is, what do you do? When people have shown that they're not loyal and disappointed you, what do you do with the disappointment and the devastation that comes from people not meeting your expectations? What do you do when you find out that folks you thought had your back turned out, that they didn't, and they disappointed you? How do you care? What do you do, Jesus? What do you do when you look around and you don't feel like you can trust the people that are around you? What do you do? Jesus, what do you do? You're not going to like the answer. Knowing all that he had done, knowing all that he would do, knowing that Judas had already done it and was going to continue to do it, Jesus grabs the towel. You lying, hypocritical, backstabbing. You can fill in whatever that blank, however the Spirit leads you to fill that blank. The very same one. See, I can see you signing off. I see you saying, let me come out of this divorce. Now sit your behind down. Don't leave. Don't you leave. Don't you sit right there. You sit right there. See, we see his divinity, but here you need to see his humanity. He says, I knew fully well in my humanity what Judas was going to do. And how do you have a betrayed heart, but still not abort your mission? How do you have a betrayed heart, but not an aborted mission? He's showing us, how do you have a betrayed heart, but not an aborted mission? You know how you do that? You pick up that towel and say, my calling and my purpose is bigger than your lying and your disappointment. The calling and the mission and the assignment on my life is bigger than the betrayal that you brought to me. It would be nice to say that your betrayal and the disappointment that I have in you all shut me down, but the calling and the anointing on my life is so big that betrayal pales in comparison to the calling and the assignment. So although I'm disappointed, although I'm sad because I'm human, I will persevere because I'm called. Although I'm sad and disappointed because I'm sad and disappointed in your betrayal, but I'm also called and assigned. So I've got to fulfill my purpose. So Jesus going to the cross said, yeah, Judas is a disappointment, but I've got an assignment. So I can't allow my betrayed heart to cause me to have an aborted mission. In other words, God has done too much, and I've got too much on my life for you to cause me to miss God in this moment. Let me snatch my righteous mind. Yes, you hurt my feelings. Yes, I'm disappointed. Yes, but I'm not about to let your crazy make me crazy. I'm not about to let your lack of loyalty to now begin to shape how I treat my true friends who've been there and now start treating them as though they ain't loyal. And hey, everybody ain't coming to stay anyway. This could be a blessing saying your time was up. So let me not spend time being mad when people show me who they are in this season. And let me not allow your current behavior to now eradicate past places of of friendship where you showed up. You was good to me then, you just ain't good to me now. So I'll let you go. I'll let you go now and thank God for what you were then. I can chew gum and walk at the same time. I can let you go, but still be thankful for you at the same time. Come on, it's Friday. I'm trying to give you your righteous mind before you go into the weekend. I'm not going to let your crazy make me crazy. That's your crazy. I'm not going to take that crazy. It's sad. I can't believe you lost it like that. I can't believe you betrayed. You went off. You went left like that. Well, you know, it's really, honestly, your loss because I was really a good friend. I'm really a great guy. But maybe it ain't even your loss. Maybe it's your win because God got something greater for you over there. And maybe our time was just up. And he knew I loved you so much. The only way that I'd walk away from you is for you to blow it up like this. Because other than that, I would have held you too long. And maybe God is pronouncing a benediction over this relationship. And he knows that I love so hard that I wouldn't have let go of the benediction. So he had to allow you to act a fool so that I would know it's time for me to move on. Either way, what I'm saying is, regardless of the circumstance, regardless of how it happens, once you see what's going on, don't miss the moment to grab your towel and keep on washing. Keep on loving. Keep on giving, because I've got an assignment and a calling on my life that's beyond this current disappointment, that's beyond this current betrayal, that's beyond this current broken heart. I serve a God who's greater than anything. He can put my heart back together again. Woo, it's getting good to me. I almost swallowed my tongue. He can put my heart back together again, but I'm not about to allow you to cause me to miss God. So, I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you did that. Let me grab this towel. And let me keep washing. Because my assignment is too great. Jesus is sitting there and he's looking at betrayal, but he knows I got to get to the cross so that I can get to resurrection. My story is not about to end, so I'm not about to allow a comma to become a period in my life. I wish I had a literature grammar witness up in here today. I said, I'm not about to allow a comma to be a period. Because I need you to understand, you were not a period in my life. You were a comma in my life. And I'm not to allow a comma become a period, because that's going to miss me getting to my exclamation mark, the mark of his presence, the mark of his glory, where I will exclaim the victory in Jesus Christ. Oh, I wish I had an English witness up in here. Come on here, somebody. Stop letting commas become periods, because you're going to miss the exclamation mark. The exclamation mark, when you arrive at the mark to exclaim the glory of the goodness of God, you will survive, you will win, you will overcome. Don't get stuck in the comma. You just pause, and then you just keep on going. I wasn't good in English, but I at least know that. I know when a comma comes, you just pause, but then you keep on going. Come on, they wasn't a period. You thought there was a period in your life, and you can't fully blame them. You gotta take some responsibility, because you made them a period. You made them a period. You saw them as a period, and both of you missed it. It was a comma, not a period, because you're on your way to an exclamation mark. You're on your way to a mark where you will exclaim, I made it. I survived. I overcame. The Lord has brought me through. It was just a comma. Judas was just a comma. It was not a period. It was not a period. Judas was just a comma. Why are you crying over commas because you thought there was a period? You need to breathe, pause, and keep on walking so that you can get to the mark where you can exclaim the goodness of the Lord. Come on in here, somebody. Come on. Come on. You need to overcome the comma. Overcome the comma. Jesus knew in that moment, I got a mark. Come on in here, somebody. I got a mark that I got to get to. Jesus knew that although I'm sitting at the table, I'm washing feet today, I've got to go to the cross, but the cross ain't a period either. I got to go to the cross, but then there's a mark on the other side of the cross that I got to hit. And on the mark on the other side of the cross, I will exclaim at that mark, early Sunday morning. They will come to the tomb. They will be there. And they will exclaim at the mark. I got to get to the mark. I can't get stuck here. Don't allow betrayal to cause you to get stuck in a place where God is not. Don't give up now, Jesus. Don't give up in the room. God is doing something greater. You got to get to the mark. Touch your neighbor and tell them, get to the mark. Get to the mark. Don't get stuck with betrayal. Keep grabbing your towel. Keep washing. I can't wash. Do you know what they did to me? Do you know what God's about to do to you? Do you know the victory he's about to give to you? Do you know the breakthrough he's about to give to you? Do you know the healing he's about to get to you? Girl, grab your towel, snatch your mind, and get to washing. Wash it. I hate to see you go, but the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you. The Lord lift up his countenance and be gracious unto you and give you peace. Don't give him a piece of your mind. Keep your mind. Keep your mind. Keep all the peace in your mind. Keep all the pieces of your mind. Don't give nobody a piece of your mind. You give them a piece of this towel. Come on in here, somebody. Give them a piece of this towel. Because if you get stuck in the comma and lose it and throw away the towel and pick up your hand, this ain't the wrong time. Jesus said, come here, Judas, give me those feet. Let me wash them. You know, you got to be able to wash your enemies. You got to be able to wash. You say, come here, enemy, come here, let me wash. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you because you just a comma. And I'm not about to get stuck here fooling around with you. I'm going to bring this towel and I'm going to wash off. Peter, you going to fail me too. Give me your feet. Give me your feet. Some of y'all ain't going to hardly do nothing that's going to be recorded ever. Come on, give me your feet. Give me your feet. Because it was never about y'all. So I can't get to this part of my story and then make it about y'all. And make it about what y'all didn't do and what you didn't say and what you didn't have. And all community is important and I need you, but I need the people that's going to be with me. And the people that's with me are going to be with me. And the people that's ain't. I can't get stuck trying to figure it out. You ain't about to put a parenthesis on me. You ain't about to put a comma on me. I'm just going to slow down and I'm going to keep rolling because there's a mark. Jesus says there's a mark. So he goes to the Garden of Gethsemane and he cries and he has a hard time there. But he says, Jesus, if it be thy will, put a period right here. But if not, I'm just going to keep on walking. So it's a comma. I'm going to pause. Not my will, but thy will be done. Jesus, I'm going to keep on walking. I went to the cross. He was on the cross and he never said a mumbling word because he knew it was just a comma. He was crucified. Listen, leaders, you're going to go through hard things. You're going to have to struggle. You're going to have to sacrifice, but it's just a comma. Don't stop. Keep on going. He went in the grave, and that's where the devil thought it was a period. The devil started celebrating. There was a period. He thought it was over. He thought it was done, but he didn't know, devil, it was just a comma. Can I just pause just for a second and encourage some of you where the devil didn't thought he didn't won. You think it's over. You think it's all the way. You think it's finished and the devil is rejoicing. Can I just tell you, will you tell the devils in your life, you think it's a period, but it's just a comma. Corona is just a comma. The crazy unrest is just a comma. We ain't going to stay here long. It's just a pause. The devil think he got you locked down. It's just a comma. They had him in the tomb all night Friday night, but it was just a comma. They had him in there all night Saturday night, but it was just a comma. The ladies came to the tomb. They came to the tomb Sunday, and this was the mark. This was the mark that he wanted us to get to. They came to the tomb, and they exclaimed, the exclamation mark. You know what the exclamation mark was? They exclaimed at the mark of the tomb, he is not here. He is not here. The reason why you got to keep going so you can get to the mark where you can exclaim, I'm not here. You thought I was going to be dead in this grave, but I'm not here. Jesus said, I am not here. If I would have quit over Judas' foolishness, I never would have got to this exclamation mark. If I would have stopped when them folks was lying on me, I never would have got to this exclamation mark. But because they lied, because they devastated me, because I said, God, I'm going to keep going. And I made it to the point where I could exclaim, he is risen. He is risen indeed with all power. And if he got up, that means I'm coming up. I'm coming up with all power. So don't give up. Don't give in. It's just a comma. There's a mark where you will exclaim, I will win. I will win. Don't allow your betrayed heart to become an aborted mission. Get out your feelings. Get into his presence so that you might fulfill your mission. Grab your towel. Walk through the commas so that you can get to the mark where you can exclaim, he is not here. I have overcome. Grab your towel, go through the weekend, and declare the goodness and the glory of the Lord. Happy Juneteenth. Juneteenth is it's all about this one moment. We free. We just didn't know it, but we found out today. Happy Juneteenth. You had a broken heart. You were disappointed. Some of you have been consumed with other people. Here's the good news. Here's the Juneteenth word for you. You free. You just didn't know it, but you found out today. Have a good weekend. Take that towel. Keep leading. Keep serving. Everything's going to be okay. Hey, hey, hey. Come on. We free. And we know it today. Happy Juneteenth.